friends, and welcome back to another Halloween video. So the first step in this vid is to block out or hide your eyebrows. So this was a total fail for me. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that the glue that I bought was from the Dollar General, and when I pulled it out, it honestly felt kind of dried out and not super moist and easy to work with. So you'll kind of see this fail, but anyway, right now I'm just kind of running this through my brows and using my fingers to flatten out the hairs, and then I set that with a translucent powder. So I'm going in with this peachy concealer, and it's supposed to kind of hide the dark tones, and I put a couple layers on. And then I went over top of it with the orange from this face paint palette I got from Walmart. This was another mistake that I made. When you're blocking out your brows, it works a lot better if you use like thick, creamy consistency products and not like liquid thin products, because it just wipes everything away. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20. So I just set that orange with a deeper eyeshadow orange, and then again I went over my eyebrows with a liquid foundation, which basically just undid all of the work that I did. So I just continuously go back and try to fix what I messed up. More glue, more powder, more everything, and it just didn't work out in my favor. So I promise in the next video this eyebrow blocking will be better. Just kind of ignore me here, because I'm just gonna keep trying to make it work. It's not gonna work. Alright, so next we have to make our skin the color of Sally's. So in the movie, she's kind of like a greenish, grayish, pale color. So I started with foundation just to kind of make everything slightly skin color underneath, and then I went in with a white cream paint from that little palette I got from Walmart, and then I layered blues and greens on top of that until I got sort of the skin color I wanted. So we're just gonna speed through that so you guys can see the final result of the color of skin she has. So then just to kind of cool her off and make her a little more ashy, I set my entire face with a gray face powder, and my little sister came over, and that was her in the background making her debut. Then with a white eyeliner pencil, I just sort of sketched out all of the lines on her face where the stitches are, just as a base. And the good thing about using a white like this is that it's easily erased if you mess up. So just kind of sketch out your stitches and your big giant eyeballs and everything else that you need a guide for. I just used that white cream paint to fill in her giant white eyeballs. I sort of wish I had had a better paint or kind of a thicker consistency like white pencil, because this just wasn't as vibrant white as I wanted it to be, but I just kind of went with it. Then to try to make the white more opaque, I just set it all with a white face powder, and it did sort of work. So then I went in with just a regular eyeliner to draw out her stitches again, and you'll see me build this up. So in some areas I just used the pencil just to kind of deepen up the areas and contour, like I am here at my nose and underneath the eyes. And then on the stitch marks, I eventually went over them with a liquid eyeliner to make them stand out more and make them more intense. So I'm just kind of going along and adding depth to the face where it needs to go, and adding in the stitch lines, and then eventually the little X's and the lines that make those lines look like stitches. So here I just took some white cream paint on a little eyeliner brush, and I just went along certain edges of those X's and lines in her stitches just to make them look a little bit more three-dimensional. So I did this and then didn't like that the white was so bright and kind of went in and blended it a little bit to make it more gray. And then I eventually went back over each of the lines with the black to darken them up a little bit, just to kind of give those stitches a little bit more dimension on the face. So then where the black and the white from the eyeliner and the cream paint had mixed on my brush, there was a little bit of gray. So I kind of used that just to go underneath the eyes and draw like some little eye bags underneath them, and to blend out the nose contour sort of that was on my nose, because I wanted my nose to look more slender and kind of a different shape, because hers looks absolutely nothing like mine. So I kind of just went in with the black eyeliner and the cream paint on that little brush and just kind of tried to create some contouring on the face, and added in white here and there as I needed it, and did the same sort of around the eyes. I wanted the tops and the bottoms to kind of stand out a little bit more so that they looked more three-dimensional than just like flat on my face. Then it basically took me forever to decide what I was going to do with her eyes. So her eyelashes are actually on top of those white circles. So that's kind of what I decided to do, even though I had eyelashes that I was going to wear because I'm extra. I wanted it to look as close to my reference picture as it possibly could, and that's where her eyelashes were, so that's what I did. And I just added in some more contouring here around the eyes. So then we moved on to lips. I spent a lot of time sort of overdrawing my bottom lip because her bottom lip in the reference picture I was looking at kind of looked like it almost came to a point in the center. So I sort of used a lip liner, lined my lips, filled them in with lipstick, and then just continuously overdrew that bottom lip until I was happy with it. It looked kind of silly in person, but it made more sense in pictures because my lips just weren't as full as hers were. So then I took some purple eyeshadow on a blending brush, and I sort of used this to contour again and just add some more dimension to the face so it didn't look so flat. So I kind of did this around my chin, my eyes, around the lips a little bit, just everywhere you would naturally contour except for the cheekbones. After lining my waterline there with the white, I decided I was going to make my eyelids black, almost to sort of make them look like my eyelids were her pupils in the center of the white of her eyes. So I started by using the eyeliner just to lay down the black, and that wasn't dark enough, so I went over that with a black eyeshadow. If I could go back, I would have definitely made the whites in her eyes a little bit whiter. Maybe went over them with some more of the white here. I don't know, but different product, something. They just weren't as white as I wanted them to be, but regardless, I think it turned out okay. So after I did what I needed to with the black on my lids, then I added mascara and eyelashes. This next part I left in just for fun, so I was trying to put on my wig here in just a second, and 1, 2, 3, dropped it in the floor. Way to go. Way to go. I know this wig isn't like her hair in the movie. I think most people kind of portray her as having red hair, even though it kind of looks brown to me. But I liked this wig and I wanted something I could use later, so bam. And that, my friends, is the finished look. This is my take on Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I really hope that you guys enjoyed, learned something, had a little fun at least, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.